What's happening, my hoodlums? Welcome back to my world, my personal world. Yes, my personal world that's probably going to be 3 years old or something like that. But enough about the details. As the sun goes down and we take a good look at the Tower of Terror. Yes, we reminisce about the good old days where exactly a year ago it was Halloween. And in case some of you guys don't remember this, the Spooky Boys come out at Halloween. So today on this, let's call this a Halloween special, I want to go and capture myself some Spooky Boys, specifically Spooky Boys of 2021. Yes, we can officially change that. I've been keeping that in the chest for quite a long time. Now, last year, I didn't necessarily record myself doing any catching of Spooky Boys. So, let me try and explain to you what is Spooky Boy hunting. So, Spooky Boy hunting is basically hunting undead mobs on Halloween. Because, basically, undead mobs has a chance on Halloween to spawn with either a car pumpkin or jack-o'-lantern on their head. So the objective of Spooky Boy hunting is simplistic as it is. Basically, grab yourself a name tag. You see an undead mob wandering around with a pumpkin on its head or a jack-o'-lantern, and boom, name him. In case some of you don't know this, but Spooky Boys don't really spawn much option. They got like 1 day to spawn, and they're quite rare, so necessarily I think it will be a good opportunity once again. But the reason why I'm doing this is that I actually had a little bit of inspiration by my good friend the 8. This year I wasn't in the mood to go Spooky Boy hunting, because I mean, I'm not really that. I mean, I did it last year, and I guess the reward was somewhat good because this is the build I built out of it. So I built this Tower of Terror. Obviously, all the Spooky Boys that I caught, I basically caught them in here. So yeah, so basically I've been inspired by the 8-foot gamer. It gave me a little bit of a nostalgia kind of thing of last year, because you know, Halloween is something that's a part of Minecraft. It's been a part of Minecraft for quite some time, and well, I'm gonna go do some Spooky Boy hunting, and I'm gonna build a build in the process. So if we come over here, so I would like to extend my tower, my Tower of Terror tower. What does that mean exactly? Well, what it basically means is, damn, these mobs are out, is it's now currently the, hold on, let me just check the date. It's the 29th of October 2021. I got like a few days to build something that I want to build, an extension to this Tower of Terror. So I think I got a good idea what I want to extend and to harvest my Spooky Boys. So what I'm thinking is I'm thinking about building a dungeon for the 2021 Spooky Boys. Of course, the 2021s are on top and they still are there. Thinking about expanding this maybe downwards somewhere. So if I come over here and basically break down here, there's a little bit of space here, but not that much. So yeah, we could dig up a few of the stuff here. So what I'm thinking is, you come here, of course I don't have any lights on me, give me a second, there we go, so there's space underneath here, so I want to make like an underground dungeon, and this will be for my Spooky Boys. Actually, I'm going to need those. So basically, I'm going to dig all this area up, dig what I can, and maybe we'll try and see what I can come up with. So I got a few days to build this, so hopefully I'll be able to build this on time and get it mostly all done. But I'm going to see what I can come up with in a few days. And then on Halloween, I got to go capture some spooky boys. So until then, I'll leave you guys with that. I'm going to just start digging here now. And let's see what we come up with. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, I want to give you guys a bit of an update. So I've been digging here. So I've dug out this nice little hole over here. And I think it's time that I try and tell you what my plan is in getting these spooky boys. So basically, last year it was more of the race to the finish to tag as many pumpkin boys and jack-o'-lantern boys as I could last year. And last year you learn a few tricks. Mostly there's plenty of them. Plenty spooky boys running around on Halloween. There's ample amount of time, and moving them around into this big tower is not necessarily a nice task to do. What a view that guy must have. So anyways, so what I plan to do down here is I want to make a dungeon. I suppose you guys already figured some of that stuff out with the iron bars and these cage-like things. So this year I got a bit of an idea. So I thought, well, let me build a dungeon in the basement of my Tower of Terror. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to collect one of each spooky boy. That includes ones with carved pumpkins on the heads, and the rare ones which have jack-o'-lanterns on the head, one of each. And I'm gonna lock them away for eternity in these cages till kingdom come. No freedom for them. So that's the plan. So I got a little bit of layout. So as far as I understand, there's about 6 mobs that naturally spawn with pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns on the head, and there's one more other one that has pumpkin on the head, but that's a different thing. But basically there's about skeletons, there's zombies, there's husks, there's strays, there's zombified piglins, and then there's wither skellies. So I thought wither skellies, they're very difficult wither skellies to spawn with pumpkins on their head. Last year I tried to get a skelly with a jack-o'-lantern on the head. I could only get one with a carved pumpkin. So hopefully this year I'll get one with a jack-o'-lantern. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. And then there's a 7th one. A 7th mob that technically spawns with a pumpkin on their head, but not necessarily spawn with a pumpkin on their head. And that would be a drowned. Now drowned, you can technically get a spooky boy drowned, but you either have to drown the zombie or drown a husk in order to convert it into a drown with a pumpkin on its head. I have a few upstairs, but I think I'm going to include that as well, because they're particularly easy to get, drowns and that. So drowns would be easy to get, so yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a drown, and then I'm going to lock them all up over here. So this is the first floor, right? So this is where I'm going to put all my carved pumpkin spooky boys. Then I want to try and go below here somewhere. I want to make a dungeon for my jack-o'-lantern ones. So I think it will be exactly the same layout, the same cages. Of course, this is just a layout. This is not the temporary. This is not the finished design. But hopefully I'll get finished with it. But now we're all in the clear. Well, I'll continue and keep you updated. Alrighty then. So now I'm back after a few hours of building, and what I've come up with, which I'm quite chuffed of myself, is something quite unique for dungeon design. So basically I've gone with quite the regular palette that we have right now. So I thought, okay, let me try spruce things up and do whatever. So hopefully you guys will like what I built. I definitely like what I built, but let's go in and take a look. So as we come, this is the side entrance here. I think I need to build some stairs to go over here, and this is what I've come up with. Yeah, I absolutely love this design that I've come up with. It's actually so cool. I love the way the pumpkins in the wall. I just said, oh, let me put pumpkins in the wall, and it actually looks quite nice. Anyways, and then of course we have the second floor now, which if we come down here, it's exactly the same as on top there. And we got the jack-o'-lanterns in the wall this time. So yeah, all in all, everything's done. So there's a few touch-ups here and there that we need to do, like get rid of this blocks here, and then maybe just replace it with something like crimson stain. As usual, these are these individual cells that we need to do, and we're going to put, of course, in the main of both of these things. As you can see, we've got our main cell in the both of these. So one jack-o'-lantern and one carved pumpkin one. We're going to put wither skellies in this one. And then over here, we're going to put a zombie, a skeleton, and then over here we're going to put a zombified piglin, and then a drown. We need to get a drown. And then over here we're going to have a husk, and then we're going to have a stray on this side. And then if we go to the bottom, it's going to be like switched around in the bottom. So here we'll have a husk, and here we'll have a stray. Or maybe I should swap. Maybe I should have a stray there. Nah, it doesn't really matter. And then a zombified piglin, and then a drown here with a lantern on its head. This will be a zombie, this will be a skelly, and this will be the wither skelly. But yeah, at the end of the day, that's the Spooky Boy dungeon for 2021. So now we need to wait a few more days, because it's not Halloween yet, and none of the mobs are spawning with pumpkins on their head right now. So hopefully I can get myself a montage of maybe me, I don't know, capturing a few of them and maybe putting them in the cells. I don't know what I want to do, but I definitely want to try to get a montage to do it. And well, until it's Halloween, I guess you guys can wish me luck. So when Halloween comes, we're going to be hunting ourselves some spooky boys. Well, Halloween has come and it's gone. And I've been a very busy boy. So as you saw that lovely montage that I put together, our Spooky Boy run was very successful. Very, very successful. I got virtually every single Spooky Boy that I wanted. So let's go take a look at our prisoners. So if we come over here to the side, it's not as fancy as it is, as you saw in the previous clip of the episode. And voila. Yep, our Spooky Boy dungeon is filled with a weather skelly, zombie, skeletons, piglin, drowns, husks, strays. I think the trophy of this entire dungeon would definitely be this one. This Spooky Boy right over here, right behind me. He was ridiculous to find. I mean, he was completely like, it took me at least a few hours to find him, because Wither Skelly Spooky Boys are extremely rare. It's just nuts how rare they are. And for me to literally find, I just found this guy. He was the only one. It took me probably like 3 hours to find him, and it was ridiculous. I can't even explain to you how long it took me to get this guy, but eventually I got him, and now he's in here, so he's my most cherished possession at the moment. And as you can see, all the other jack-o'-lantern boys are in here as well. We used the drown trick, and we got one with a jack-o'-lantern, one on top as you just saw just now, and the strays. Yes, the strays. As you guys saw in the video, I was actually using powdered snow. Why was I using powdered snow? Well, it turns out I don't really have a snowy biome in which strays can spawn. Basically what I had to do is get skellies and basically plonk them into powdered snow, wait until they freeze, and then eventually they turn. So realistically, it actually works exactly like a drown. So I'm glad that worked out. And my snowy biome, I guess, is not a snowy biome. I didn't know they didn't spawn in Tiger. I got a snowy Tiger, and I didn't know they didn't spawn in there. It was very weird at first. I thought, well, this is a snowy biome and they should be spawning, but yeah, they don't spawn there. So I had to improvise and use powdered snow, which lucky I had one bucket. So hooray! At least my snowy biome could produce powdered snow to turn them into strays. But that's all I got for this Halloween special. If you guys enjoyed what you like, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't for more content coming in the future, and maybe Spooky Boys 2022, I don't know. It took me a long time to do it. I was quite frustrated in making it and blah blah blah, but we powered through, and I'm so happy I did, because now we have the end result. Well, I'll see you guys in the next one. So, bye.